I feel bad for this. But you kept getting hurt every time I let you run around the house on your own. I feel like I should maybe get you like an enclosure. Maybe. Do I really? I have no things. Can you go in a cage? Like if I... Are you not a small creature? Okay. Apparently emus are not small creatures. Can I get... I wonder if I could put a cockroach in it. Um... That's a question for another day, I think. Alright. Well, fire. I don't have a lot to make things. People just keep handing me food. I do love when people just keep throwing stuff at me. Hmm. Oh, I love the candle. Alright. Do I keep a knife anywhere? Oh, I do. Oh! Hello? I... Well, that works, so I don't... Okay, let's... So... Okay, which M needs therapy? Is it Myra or is it Mango? Apparently people can't hear you. What do you mean they can't hear you? What the fuck do you mean?
What?
Can you hear?
This is
Can you
terrible.
hear? There
This
we
sucks.
go. There you go.
What?
Okay, we can hear space now. Are we happy? Okay, which
Off to a
M
great
needs
start.
therapy?
Mango, unfortunately.
Dang it, I genuinely thought it was gonna be Myra this time after the last time I saw
No.
her being an escape mission.
No, she's still not back.
Great,
But
okay.
can I come in to explain a little bit about what's
Okay,
happened
come on in.
within what I'm allowed to say, at least?
Do you want to go up to the office or stay down here? It's a bit echoey down here.
We can go up to the office.
Alright. So glad I put this thing in. Alright, well, welcome to my office.
Right. Um, a few nights ago, Mango tried to take her own life at the top of the lighthouse.
Right. Was there
She's
anything
been
that came before this, or...
a lot.
Okay.
She got into a complication with Myra. She had something really important to her destroyed by people. She had to deal with her best friend being dead for several weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible things about her past have come to light.
Hmm.
A lot of things have gotten on top of her and it's reached a boiling point. And I'm not equipped to deal with this kind of thing. And I don't know what to do to help her.
Well,
So,
this is a good first start. Yeah. Um, Right. I mean, I am free today, if Mango is.
The two of us were currently just looking after Magic's animals while he's out elsewhere, so I could go speak with her and
Alright. I've got to run by the hospital anyway, so if you want to meet me there, then?
righto.
Alright.
Thank you, Artie.
Hey, it's quite literally my job.
Mhm.
You go first. Here. I did attempt to do therapy with Mango once, but if you're saying that she might be more inclined to actually participate this time, then I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll meet you at the hospital then, if Mango's okay with all of this.
Alright. Well,
Okay.
hopefully. Let's see. Alright. Did not know that. Huh. Alright. Well. Okay. We can deal with my feelings later. Um, more important things. Alright. First of all, I need that fucking kangaroo out of my office. You need to leave. Get out. You're not welcome. Get out my fucking office, please. Okay, I'm gonna need to bribe you right now. Can you take this chicken instead? I want the door. There we go. Please get out my fucking office. I cannot conduct therapy with a kangaroo in here. Oh my god, I can't. I do not need this kangaroo in my business. I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad you were happy. Alright. Oh. Alright. Office. Kangaroo free. Kangaroo. Hidden. I just don't want this kangaroo. Okay. Alright. Has the wall been fixed yet? No, it is not. Why would I expect anything less? Ugh. And of course, Lynx is not in his room. Alright. Okay. Let's do this.
Ah, for fuck's sake. I simply don't have a sword in my hotbar. Just eaten to death. Right.
You alright?
Yeah, just
Yes.
a slight complication. Yeah.
Alright. Well, come on in. Sure you're very familiar with this place by now.
Too familiar. Too.
I'll have you know I did kick out the kangaroo from my office.
Thank
So
goodness.
my office is kangaroo free. Don't ask where I put it. I don't know whose kangaroo that is.
I think it's Levi's.
I was suspecting that.
Mm.
Anywho, we can go through now, or we could sit here and talk for a bit. Up to you. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable.
Would you like me to stay in the waiting room, or?
No.
Okay.
Good thing I've got multiple chairs. Do you want me to lead the way? Mango, this is your therapy. If you don't want to be here, I can't do my job.
It's fine.
Okay. Would you like me to lead the way then?
Sure.
All right. I don't really need to explain where it is. You've been here before.
Mm-hmm. When you trapped but not trapped me.
I did not trap you.
That
I can't lock these doors.
I thought you did.
My doors don't lock. You know that, right? See? Not locked. Alright, you can pick wherever you'd like to sit.
There's too many choices. Oh my god.
Mr. West, would you like to pick where to sit?
Quite partial to the matching colored stools.
Alright, we'll go with the stools then.
These do not match turquoises. Anyway.
Do you want a different colored stool?
Nah, it's fine. I was just...
Alright, I'll pull my chair over. Alright. I've been given a sort of brief rundown by Mr. West, but anywhere you would like to... Okay, staring at Mr. West is not gonna save you from therapy. I don't think the ceiling can save you from therapy either, Mango. Again, okay, you don't have to look at me, however, I do need participation. Would it help if I did like a brief sort of overview of therapy again? Just sort of
Sure.
start as some... Okay. Anything said in this room is completely confidential. I will not tell anyone anything you say in this room. I do write up a report at the end. You may have access to report if you so wish. However, if you remove the report from the premises, I am no longer liable for whoever sees the report. Let's see. Only time I will ever say anything about what happens during these sessions is if you are a danger to yourself or others. But from the sounds of it, you're being made to come here because we've already sort of crossed that boundary. So, again, if I worry that something is going to happen, I will have to alert someone. Otherwise, anything said in here is completely confidential. You are also an employee, so this is completely free. Don't tell Myra. I'm pretty sure Myra would want me to...
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't tell Myra, but I don't think I've ever actually charged anyone. People have been throwing food at me, so I think that counts. I don't think there's anything else. If at any point you want to leave, you can leave. I'm not holding you hostage. That one was added just for you, Mango.
Thank you.
Not a problem. I know I am in between you and the door, but, like, I will not stop you if you try to leave.
Interrogation.
It's not an interrogation. I don't know why you keep looking at Mr. West like he's gonna counteract anything I say. Mr. West won't stop you if you leave the room either. By my rules, you're not allowed to stop Mango from leaving.
No,
It makes sense. But yeah, we can start anywhere. We've obviously gone over a couple of things before. So, this is your therapy session. We can start and end wherever you'd like. Am I gonna also have to pick where we start?
I mean,
Alright, let's start with this. Mango,
yes,
why are you in here today?
because Wes said I should go.
Right, and why does Wes say you should be in here?
Because he's old.
Okay, Mr. West also doesn't want to be in here, so I don't think it has anything to do with him being old.
Are you sure?
Mr. West, how old are you?
40, I'm already going senile.
Well, I don't think 40-year-olds have a specific thing for therapy. Hey, I'm almost 30.
Ew.
Oh Christ, you're about to hit the point where you think that therapy's good.
I'm a therapist. I will have you know, I have not had this many issues with getting people into therapy since I left the cult, okay? If I can get cultists to go to therapy, I'm concerned for you guys. Anyway,
Oh boy.
I'm just as old as you. So old.
Mango,
My bones ache.
so
Yes?
why does Mr. West think you should be in therapy today? I know why, but I need to hear you say it.
Because he is paranoid.
I don't know if it's quite that.
Smile.
Has anything happened recently that might make Mr. West think you need therapy?
Maybe.
Am I gonna have to, like, lead us to the point very gently? Okay. Anything involving
was
your
sightseeing.
lighthouse? I don't think I would call that sightseeing, Mango.
I was gazing at the stars.
Apparently you weren't just gazing at the stars. Mango. It's very hard to broach a serious topic like this with laughing. Okay, let's call it
After 10
sightseeing.
years, that view don't get old.
Okay.
You know?
This sightseeing, what prompted it?
The ocean looks nice.
Okay.
Quite the can of worms, huh?
I'm trying to
I
word
don't know what you
this.
mean.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to hit this in the face with the point. Mango, from what I've been told, you were not up there sightseeing. Mango,
Yes.
what led you up there to the not sightseeing?
Life. Am I right?
Mango,
Yes.
I'm trying to prompt you here to talk about specifically what in life.
There's so many things, you know.
Okay, what happened just before then? Like,
Oh, uh, I don't know. Myra came, said hi, said bye, and they were gone. That was it.
that was the whole interaction?
Nothing else. Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting a stare from the other direction that's telling me no. That's not what happened.
How would he know? You know.
Mango, what did you and Myra speak about?
Well, I didn't actually get to speak at all. So
Okay, so what was Myra talking about then?
uh, about how uh oh they uh hmm
Again, nothing leaves this room.
about how they really cared about me, but didn't think we would work together because they they're bad for me, and then they left.
Right. And was that something you were pursuing with Myra?
I guess.
It's sad to be rejected.
Yeah.
Was there anything before this interaction that happened?
Uh, Maya went on her whole manic episode.
Yes.
That
That.
was that day.
Right. Um, anyone else come up and speak to you?
No.
I was made aware by some people that a certain someone wanted to apologize.
Is it, what
Um,
termite or
termite, yes.
oh yeah, that was
How'd that go
actually
down?
fine.
Okay, okay.
They said you would contact me about our planned therapy
That's
session
not
with
what
termite,
I said.
which I
Okay.
didn't
All
which
right.
I didn't sign up for.
No, I said to termite I would ask if it was something you wanted to do, but that's a future problem. Okay. I will have a talk with termite. Okay. All right. So, and then after your talk with Myra, did you just go back to the lighthouse?
Yeah, I mean it was like at my door, so I just went
Oh,
back
right. Okay.
inside.
And sort of what were you feeling at that moment then?
Sad
Mm.
and everything else.
Okay, so what is everything else?
I don't know if I can legally tell you that.
What do you mean by legally?
You probably can. I trust RT for as much as it's worth.
Oh,
Uh, hmm.
Hey, remember the previous conversation? I only say outside things if I think you're a danger to yourself or others. If something is less than
Some
legal,
people
I
thought
don't
that, yeah.
care.
Heyo.
Yeah.
I mean, like active threats and stuff.
Define active threats.
Like if I let you leave this office right now, you're gonna take whatever and go out and harm people. Like you are actively gonna go out and harm people.
What do you define as somebody actively going out and harming people?
Like if I walked out of this office right now, took my spear and stabbed someone.
Okay. I think it's a pretty good definition of actively harming people. I don't think you fall into that category.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Ven. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
Heyo.
I heard you
Hey,
punched Van, yeah. We had matching broken noses.
I did do that.
It was deserved.
Yeah. I've never punched anyone in my life.
How'd that feel?
Good, but then bad.
Ah. Bad because your hand was sore, or bad because you'd punched someone?
Well, yeah, my hand hurt, but then I was like, punching someone isn't good. I'll probably face consequences for that one.
Did you?
No.
Great. So, back to the lighthouse. You said you felt sad and everything else. Think we can expand on everything else?
Empathy.
That is a thing. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean by empathy? Like,
But more.
so just really, really, really sad?
Yes. And everything.
Okay, what is and everything?
Ah. Everyone else is.
Right, okay. And has anyone ever taught you how to deal with that?
Um,
I'm not talking about your parents because your parents suck. So, anyone outside of your parents.
I mean, it's. I mean,
Suppose
I-
you can say you did, though.
yes. Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, so you know how I have little coping strategies for my just issues in general? Has anyone taught you anything like that?
I sure wish that worked.
Oh no, my counting thing isn't gonna work for everybody, but like, has anyone taught you anything like that sort of strategy?
Have they?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Right. Okay.
Aside from, like, breathing exercises that I've done with you, but
Yeah.
Breathing exercises can work for some people. From the sounds of it, they don't particularly work with you.
Probably because it's a bit more complicated, but
Yeah, no. Um, so the reason why my counting thing works is because it soothes the thing in my head that is worried, right? And it distracts me from what I'm actually worried about, right? What you're needing probably is more distraction heavy rather than breathing heavy, if that makes sense. So, breathing exercises are good if you're in the middle of a panic attack. They can help you focus on your breathing because during a panic attack, you can feel like you can't breathe, right? Distraction ones are good when you're feeling a lot of emotions. It's something that you can put your mind to instead of the emotions without completely trying to get rid of them. Because if you try to get rid of them, I'm assuming in a situation like this, that's not going to work. I've not dealt with empaths before, but that's the sort of thing I would lean more towards. There's a sensory activity we could look at. Do you still have that, the little pig that you used to have?
Yes.
Okay. That might come in handy. Um, so one that I like to pass on is a five senses activity. All five of your senses work?
Yes.
All right. So the way this usually goes, let me pull up the sheet. AKA, I do actually have one of these sheets.
Oh my god.
So this is sort of a grounding activity, right? So you start with naming five things you can see. So if I was to do it right now, I can see you, Mango. I can see Mr. West. I can see the chair. That's three. I can see the carpet. That's four. And I can see my typewriter. That's five. Then you go to four things you can feel. I can feel my chair. I can feel my scarf. I can feel my jacket. And I can feel my shoes. I can always feel my shoes. I hate shoes. Then three things you can hear. Right now, I can hear a skeleton. I can hear one of those eye things. And I can hear the fox squeaking outside. Then it's two things you can smell. Then one thing you can taste. And this is a more distraction than the previous things you worked on. Obviously, this isn't going to work for everybody, but it's a thing I'd like you to try at some point if things are starting to feel a bit too overwhelming. It's a lot more focused grounding activity rather than a trying to think of something on the spot to ground yourself with, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Does that sound like something that might be helpful? Because if I've just spouted utter garbage, you can tell me.
I mean, I can try it.
Alright. I mean, and if it doesn't work, we can always go back to the drawing board. Not a literal one. I saw what happened last time we had drawing boards, and I don't think we want to repeat that.
I don't have a problem.
You. Uh huh. Alright. Well, the five senses thing usually works. But that doesn't mean it's always gonna work. So, my ultimate recommendation is continued therapy sessions. Fairly regular ones as well. And I know it doesn't sound fun. However, I'm wondering if talking to someone might help.
But I'm fine.
Mango, I think we can say for certain you're probably not totally fine.
But I am now.
You might be right in this moment, but the reason I like therapy is because it gives you skills to deal with things once you leave the room. We can deal with things in the room, sure. However, a lot of the time, you're not going to be actively in a crisis while you're in this room with me. My job is to give you the skills to deal with those crises when they happen. Hopefully, so that in future, instead of going to the top of your lighthouse, you can use something a little bit more healthy.
Am I even allowed back at the lighthouse?
If you want, I suppose, but I don't want to leave you by yourself, Mango.
I can agree with Mr. West on this one.
I am sorry about it, but
No, it's something that should be pointed out. Again, I'm not totally sure on what protocol here in Aventine is. Back in the cult, there was a 72-hour watch after something like this, and then a reevaluation at the end of that 72 hours. How long ago would you say? What happened?
oh blimey, 4, 5 days perhaps.
Okay. Right. That is technically over the 72-hour mark. I wouldn't go straight ahead to going back to your place. However, I wouldn't be keeping you on a like around the clock watch at this point. It's you're out of the danger zone. But if we completely leave the feelings that led you to that danger zone in the first place unaddressed, I would be concerned that it might repeat. And
Well,
seeing
it wasn't
as
just
sorry?
I know it wasn't just the incident with Myra that led you up there. And while you might have addressed that here, that's not the only thing, and I know that there's a lot that's weighing on you.
We have briefly obviously spoken about your parents before. I know that's a major stressor, especially after what happened on your birthday. Um, I know everything that happened with Magic was incredibly stressful. And I know I was personally kept from actually being able to give you any information that might have been helpful. Um, I'll leave that alone. I still want to yell at Myra. Um, then obviously, oh my god, I'm just collecting things to yell at Myra about at this point. Myra, what she said to you. Now, I was. Now, I hope you don't mind me mentioning this one, Mr. Rust. I was told about something being destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
What, if I may ask, was that?
Flower?
A flower. Okay. Um, am I okay to ask the significance of the flower?
It was, my mother's flower.
Right. And who destroyed it?
Ben?
Is this by any chance what led to Ven getting punched, or was this after?
Might have been.
Right.
Why?
I might also punch Ven, but it's fine. I should be teaching better strategies than punching Ven. Right. And connotations, is this person no longer around, the one who gave you the flower?
Yeah.
Right. May I ask more details about them?
I mean, No one really gave it.
Hmm?
It was my mum's in her garden, so I took it home and had it for a while.
Right. And why on earth would Ven destroy such a thing? What led to this?
I guess I assume they still thought it was dangerous or something.
The flower was dangerous?
Well, I don't think so.
Okay. Was it at any point dangerous?
I don't know. But
Right.
me.
I could go on some whole speech about how change happens and sometimes you lose things, but speeches like that really don't matter when you've just lost a thing and you're hurt. So, I am really sorry that that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's one of those situations where honestly, Ven could come in and apologize. I don't think I want Ven in here. Ven could come in and apologize and it wouldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to get something like that back. Unless we invented time travel, which I'm not suggesting you invent time travel.
Time machine.
I'm not suggesting time travel. I have only ever heard terrible things about that.
Machine?
Mr. West, please don't encourage a time machine.
Time machine.
Nothing I've read about suggests that that kind of thing's very safe.
I agree.
Well,
What? Me agreeing with Mr. West is funny.
no, it being not safe.
Please don't invent it just because it's unsafe. That is even worse.
I was more like, well, who knows? Win-win.
No, not win-win.
A good song, that.
Alright, this is not going to be the first time we're going to have this conversation, Mango, and it's not going to be the last. You need to know that people care about you and care about whether or not you get hurt. And this is going to sound incredibly emotionally manipulative, but if you get hurt, you're going to make so many people so upset. And there are resources, aka I think I am the resource, in place where if things are feeling incredibly overwhelming, you can talk to me. I'm sure you can talk to Mr. West and Mr. West can force you to talk to me. There's so many things you can do. And I understand that this world is incredibly there are many words for Aventine specifically. But I've said this to so many people in these sessions, jeez. This is a... Can I say that word without tripping up over myself? Tumultuous time for a lot of people right now. I've seen a lot of what's been happening on the notice board. Um, and everything can be incredibly scary. But just know, I don't care where we end up talking, but you can always pull me aside to talk, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't just have an office here. There's the one in my house. I've got the one in Kalian now. Did I? Sorry, brain moment. I haven't cleaned my blood off the floor. So, Myra punched me really hard in that clinic,
Oh,
okay?
right. Yes, okay. I
That.
thought
Oh,
that
I
might
also
have been
haven't
from
cleaned
something else.
Lynx's. I haven't cleaned Lynx's either.
Oh, Christ.
I need to clean, okay? Upstairs it's clean though, I promise. It's just the ER. So you are always free to pull me aside anywhere. All right?
Mm-hmm.
People care about you, including myself. Okay? I need like a nod or something that you understand. That is not a nod, that was a light head move. Do you understand people care about you, Mango?
Yes.
Okay. The fact that you gave me no response to that was kind of concerning for a moment. I just needed to make sure you knew that. I mean, I don't think Mr. West would have pulled you in here if people didn't care about you. I keep bringing you into this, I'm sorry. This isn't your session.
No, it's fine.
You should book one. So
I wanted to have a word with you about that afterwards, actually.
if you felt me
Yay.
leap with joy, that... no.
Yay.
Oh, sorry, I've been badgering people, especially you for ages about that. Right. I at this current moment in time, I'm not concerned about you leaving here and immediately harming yourself or others. I would stress that you
Yeah.
probably should not return to the lighthouse by yourself. However, I would highly encourage a little sleepover. Not with me. I'm not sleeping in that lighthouse. I love you, but I don't want to go in there.
Why?
I don't like lighthouses.
Did you know that the last person who owned that lighthouse went mad and killed a bunch of people at a monolith festival about like 300 or something years
Maybe
back?
you shouldn't. Do you want to move in with me, Mango? I don't think you should live in that lighthouse. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious. Oh, shit.
It comes with history and depth.
I will gladly, like, make up a bed in my office if you ever need to not be in the lighthouse.
Nothing bad has happened in the life.
Oh,
Since
gee.
I've
Nothing
been
bad
there.
has ever happened to the Kennedys.
Since I've been there.
Uh,
So
Yeah, like you
even
have
with
lived
you
there
there.
without any trouble occurring, except for in the past 3 months. But
how would I have known? I moved in there when I was 12.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think I can prescribe sleepovers, but I highly encourage them.
you could probably get magic use around. And
Yeah?
hell, I know that enough people have been having a sleepover in the archive as of late, so we could do with a
I
change
still
of
haven't
scenery.
been there.
You've not been to the archive? You should
No,
sometime. It's nice.
I
Lots of
really
books.
should because you have said some things and I want to know more. Um, especially for with where I came from, but um, right. So I would be happy with you leaving if that is what you wanted.
Doing where?
Just the office. This is me basically telling you I don't think you're a danger to yourself or others at this given moment.
Sounds like a challenge.
I mean,
Mango.
if you end up punching Van
Yes.
again, I don't consider that a danger to yourself or
Oh
others.
yeah, I condone that, but
I condone that, but not officially.
Mango, I'd like to, since we're here, I do want to say that I've not been following you around helicopter parenting because I'm overtly worried that you'll do something to hurt yourself again. I don't think that you will. Not right now. But I've been keeping an eye on you because I am worried about you. And I do care about you. Not every moment that I'm looking at you do I think, wow, she's gonna run off and die somewhere. I look at you and I see someone who is deserving of being loved and someone who should have people to rely on. I suppose I'm trying to be that person for you right now. Because you haven't exactly had much of that before. I didn't drag you here today because I thought that one therapy session would make you not want to fling yourself off the top of the lighthouse again. I brought you here because it's somewhere to talk and it's somewhere to learn and it's somewhere to find out that the things that you're feeling, they're not strange. They don't make you a monster or something terrible. People feel like this. It's part of living. And people can help when you feel like this. People like Artie.
From the sounds of it, you also have a good friendship circle around you as well, and that is brilliant, especially when you're maybe not feeling 100%. You don't ever have to feel 100%. That's okay. Completely normal. And it's nice to see you do have people caring for you. I just hope that you do recognize that you have people who care for you and that you can lean on a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I do love a good analogy. Have you ever seen a penguin before?
Not in person.
Penguins, when it's incredibly cold out, they will all instinctually all huddle up together and they'll lean on each other to create warmth. It's sort of like that. You want to have a good circle of friends around you so that when bad times do hit, you can all lean on each other. God, I love penguins.
They're cute.
They are cute. I should get a penguin for the therapy office.
I'll be back in a moment. I can hear my cats kicking up a storm, and I need
Get
to go
'em!
check what they're doing.
Get 'em.
Get 'em!
In all
Get 'em!
seriousness, we should, like, there's an animal room in the Kalian clinic. We should get penguins.
Wow.
Do we have penguins? Wait.
I don't know.
I don't think we have penguins in this mod pack.
This is awful.
Hold on, let me kick up a fuss.
Hold on, let me throw a hissy fit.
Let me
me
see
get-
it.
One
If
second,
I
let me throw a
opened a
tantrum.
ticket just to talk about how we need penguins, do you think I would get
Penguins.
kicked?
No. I think Stitch likes you too much, but
You know what, I'll
Who
just put it
knows?
in my character ticket. There we go. I put it in my character channel.
also penguins.
Penguins. I talk in this
Oh,
chat
penguins.
way too much.
I haven't even opened a ticket once in my whole time being here.
Oh, I put way too much stuff in this ticket that is completely unrelated to my characters.
Oh yeah.
As I mentioned, I just talk in that channel just to get the admin's attention.
Nice. That's the level of needy I need to be. Need to upgrade.
There we go. They need to add penguins. Chat, do you think they also need to add penguins? If you do, you should kick up a fuss in the community server for us to get penguins. I want penguins.
Astra mod update, but it's only penguins.
Exactly.
But it's only penguins and nothing else.
Lunar says we need penguins. Lunar agrees with me, guys.
Oh my god. OMG.
Like, penguins, guys. I feel like we just need a canon occurrence of Artie meeting a penguin. Okay,
Oh my
Lunar
God.
also wants create, but I feel like that's big. I just want a penguin.
Yeah, that's big. Last time I was on a server with create, it killed it. Just
But
killed it.
penguins have never killed a server.
Yeah.
I'm saying it right now. Penguins have never killed a server. If Space comes back and tells me I'm wrong, I'm gonna be very upset. But penguin
Sounds like a challenge. I miss space. I miss him. I should run to the nearest bridge. Oh,
No.
they're gone.
No. No.
You're funny.
I'm still here.
You're funny.
No.
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 Nuh-uh.
No. Hey, man.
Nuh-uh.
Hey, man.
Uh-huh.
Let me go. Oh, let me.
No.
No?
Nuh-uh. Hold on. There's a
Nuh-uh.
strawberry in front of me. It's not a real
What?
strawberry, it's one of those Haribo ones.
This
Oh
is
my God.
tragic.
What the
It's
fuck?
okay. Well, on the way here, when we were walking here, I purposely went over the bridge and went to the edge and went whoa, and then kept going. It was.
We were doing
was
a
kinda-
poll. I was asking people if Astra SMP should have penguins.
I think it should. I think that that's lovely.
Exactly. Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
my cats were protesting because it's just gone when they normally have their food, so they were kicking up a fuss.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lunar's
Outside my
bugging
door
me.
with little placards.
Lunar says we also need to add create, but I think it's just
Absolutely.
penguins.
Absolutely hell
They're
no.
killed abandoned.
Exactly. I
Abandoned,
was just
fucking
saying that.
exploded.
I was just saying that. It killed them. Killed it. Absolutely.
So back to the previous point of we just need more penguins.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Is there a mod
We
that
should
just has
create
penguins?
I keep thinking.
There's
of
a
Oh my
mod
God.
that just
Twilight
adds
Forest
ducks, and I
penguins.
want that.
Oh my god,
Just
wait.
ducks.
There is a
Untitled duck.
cute penguins mod.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, there's also a duck mod. You should also advocate for the duck mod.
Next Astra update: Blinks, ducks, and penguin.
Duck and penguin.
If we cannot, I will simply model a penguin and do the old replace the player head trick.
Oh my god. This is my tiny penguin.
Wait, I'm trying to read what Atlas has said in the Discord and I can't.
Oh no.
What?
They've already responded, have they?
Go in the
Where is
community
this?
server. Community server.
Oh, in the community.
Oh my god.
Which channel?
I haven't looked in that place
Chit
for a
chat.
while.
Same. Chit chat. Don't Tay and get them make us get you penguins.
Hell yeah, baby. Let's get penguins up in here. Let's go.
There you go.
Cute
Oh.
penguins.
Look at them.
Beasts. They're very silly.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We need
Oh my
penguins.
We do.
We also probably should end this therapy session. Um,
Oh shit!
I was
right,
gonna
yeah.
drop a bomb before the cats went off.
Say, oh,
please don't drop a bomb.
No, not a literal bomb, but I
Okay.
could. But I could. I have dynamite in my pocket.
do it, pussy.
My fucking
Wait, will
fancy
it explode the
office.
carpet and
I-
also
Yeah.
the walls and the roof?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah.
I didn't actually make any of this therapy office. Lee just showed up and was like, "Oh, you want a therapy office? Here you go."
You get no say in the matter.
Yeah.
Should we spin?
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me eat this strawberry.
Okay.
Yum.
We spin, we finish therapy, we kidnap Ren, go repo.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
I'm
baby!
doing nothing. I was gonna do my law recap for the hybrid meetup, but like, I'll
God,
do
that was
later.
chaos.
Fuck it. It was great, but it was very chaotic.
I wish I was there, but like it was the one
was
day
it
a
was
week I don't
fucking
have a computer.
Oh man.
crazy. No, the
Anyway.
one day a week where those robbers come in and they take my computer.
No,
and return it the next
I'm
day.
in the wrong.
No.
Oh my god, wait, guys. Cheap viewers on streambo.com.
Oh my god!
Oh my
you need
God,
them
you've got a
cheap
bot!
viewers.
Do you know
Remove
what's
the
cheaper?
Space, they say. Oh my goodness. Off
Just
they go.
telling your friends. There you go.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
they called? Numbered knife 5S2PDFBR. Ah yes.
Brilliant.
Thank you, real Twitch user.
Brilliant. Okay, we spin and we end the therapy session. Alright. But yeah, I do think you should come back for more sessions, Mango. I think while you might not like it in here, I think you could learn some very valuable skills. We also don't need to have a therapy in this room if this room is maybe putting you off. I'm down to hold these therapy sessions wherever you like.
I'm used to being in one room for a long time.
Okay, so I don't like
You
that.
can bring Jack and Mac next time. We can make sure that, oh, your Fox as well. We can bring all your funny chaps.
I left Mac at the archive. Oh no.
We can go pick him up.
I was about to say we can make a therapy pond, and sorry, I just got flashbacks.
Oh my god. Oh god.
I can't do that again.
Oh no.
If I
Please,
do
can't
that,
witness it
I don't
again.
think we're gonna be able to do this.
No.
For context, for people concerned, this is out of character. Last time I played a therapist, I had a therapy pond. I left everyone at the therapy pond to go blow myself up in my therapy office. So
And I witnessed it. I
Oh
was
my
there.
God.
Yeah, I was there.
God.
so we can't.
There was
wow.
like 5 of
Okay,
us at the
then.
pond, and we just watched you walk into the building, and then 2 minutes later it just went bang.
It's like fucking Breaking Bad shit. You just explode yourself. Jesus.
I did
Yeah.
purposefully go hide all the dogs in the basement so they wouldn't get hurt, though. And I think that should be
Oh, let's try and avoid
appreciated.
that this season.
Okay, so I am not allowed to have a therapy pond. Maybe like a therapy treehouse? I don't know.
Maybe.
Therapy outdoors so you don't feel so confined to one room.
As I said before, I'm
Yes,
used to
but you
being in a room
shouldn't
for a
be.
long time. What?
I know that backstory.
Do you?
And I hate it. Yeah, you told me last time in the other
Did
session.
I?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know why you were looking to me there. I was like, I don't know. I wasn't there.
You are free to bring other people to future sessions if you wish as well.
I know I'd always be free if you can stand my company, but
And as long as Mr. West has not pissed me off that week, I think it's fine. If you had done this the week that Mr. West had pissed me off, I think we would have a problem. But I'm professional.
yeah, I'll refrain from making an enemy of the one therapist that we have.
Yes. Which is very difficult for me, by the way. Usually how therapy works is the therapist has a therapist to go talk to when they're very stressed. I don't have that. So I feel like we need
no.
another one. Do we
I might have
actually?
killed Silk.
What?
Hmm?
You might have killed Silk.
I might have killed Silk.
When and how did that happen?
Um, a bit ago.
Is this by any chance the reason for the mask disappearing that I've heard about?
Maybe. I
Oh,
wasn't
And the
the
injury to the side of the face?
May-
oh, that's why you haven't been looking Lynx in the eye, isn't it?
Maybe.
Right. I'm assuming this wasn't on purpose, obviously.
No.
Okay. Okay, let's context. How did this happen?
They were stuck as a cat and they asked me to try and help. So I built a machine and it worked. But they might have exploded.
Right. Okay. And what did Silk say? How long
I
was
was
Silk gone? What?
like 3 minutes.
Okay. That's not as long as some other stories I've heard. Alright. And it just came back?
Yeah. That they were human again.
Okay.
But their mask was gone. I know
Okay.
that. So yeah,
Right.
they said not to tell anyone, especially Lynx.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna back the don't tell links for just a little bit longer.
Magic knows though. They
Okay.
told Magic.
Actually, do you know what? Now might be the perfect time to tell Lynx. He's incredibly injured right now and can't do anything. I was saying now might be the perfect time to tell Lynx because he's incredibly injured and can't do anything. Do you want to tell people? Is that why you burst out? Or
I don't know. It's been like a couple months, and
right, so
I
this is
think
more of a you wanted to tell people because
yeah, and also I think Lynx may have
may have
I don't know. I haven't looked him in the eyes since, and
right. Hmm. How about we come back to that one? Um,
You don't have to tell him if you don't want to.
yeah, you don't
He's...
you also don't have to keep a secret for Silk just because Silk says not to tell anyone. For lack of a better way to say it, this is something you did, and if you want to tell people about something you did, you are within your right to do that.
But my concern is what Lynx may do
Lynx
after
needs
learning that.
therapy because
Yes,
that
he
is
this
does.
wasn't
necessary.
your fault, from what I'm hearing. You were trying to help.
Yes, but Artie, from what I know about Lynx, he may just take the fact that it was an accident and ignore that. Tunnel visioned. I'm genuinely concerned that he may do
Hmm.
something to Mango if he learns about that information.
How about this? I'm not a friend of Link, so I don't think I can be the person there. Um, I think what would probably be the smartest idea is if Mango you wanted to tell Lynx, not saying you have to tell Lynx, have someone on your side, have someone on Lynx's side. Not as in you've done anything wrong, more someone Lynx is close to. Um, from the sounds of it, you may have to convince Silk into doing that. But do you know if Silk's told anyone other than Magic?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while.
Right, okay.
I do think perhaps it would be beneficial to speak with Silk about bringing this up to Lynx.
I think if you could get Silk specifically to say, hey, I'm okay, that might help your case. Because from what I hear, Silk is okay. I try to stay like as far as physically possible away from Silk, but
I mean, I know Silk and Lynx have talked many times, so they're
okay.
fine. So, and I'm not really sure what I'd say.
Hmm.
You know, I was like, well, yeah, I might have killed them, but it was an accident, and they're here anyway, so bye.
Has Silk sought medical care yet?
You went after to
Okay.
the hospital.
And Silk was
That's when I saw you both at
cleared?
the hospital, and you
Yes.
were very tight-lipped about what had happened.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you need to have a conversation with Silk about this, because I don't think it was fair of Silk to tell you don't tell anyone. Because that just is unfair, in my professional opinion. That's a large thing to keep secret from people. I get the maybe not telling Lynx immediately, because from the sounds of it, they're incredibly close. I've been threatened at least once.
Mm.
I think it was good, though, that you've said something about it, though, because it sounds like you were bottling that up, and that's not a good thing.
Hmm.
Alright. So to just recap, I've given you a grounding exercise to give a try at. You remember that? The five senses one, where you just... Oh, okay, one sec. I'm gonna eat this strawberry then.
Yum, I'm gonna have a drink.
This is not the quickest thing to eat ever. It's so gummy.
I love Minecraft therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It's as good as Minecraft autopsies.
Sorry, I had to grab my dog. Anyway.
All good.
Sam!
I do both of those. I do autopsies and I do therapy. Alright.
I basically do both of those. Oh, Christ.
Oh my god.
You're not
I'm not
supposed
licensed in
to.
either. I'm not licensed in either.
At least I'm
Wes,
licensed.
what the hell?
Okay.
Alright, we'll spin.
Swallowing the strawberry. Okay. I gave you the grounding exercise. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We went over that you have many people you can talk to if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think you should talk to Silk. See if you guys can resolve that. And we spoke briefly about Termite earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Termite's not gonna force you into a mediation meeting with me. I promise you that. If you wanted a mediation meeting, that's fine. we're neither of us are going to force you into a mediation. You're safe from that, but if it's something you wanted to do, because I know Termite wants to apologize, then we can talk about that. Don't think now is the time to talk about it, though. Because we've spoken about a lot today, and I think you've got a lot to think on.
Yeah.
And you know where I live, and you know where I work. I'm rarely anywhere else, actually. I'm pretty easy to find if you need me. God, I am so fucking protectable. What the fuck happened? Sorry. Yeah. I'm happy to end things here. I will write up a report, and as I mentioned before, you are free to access it if you want. That sound okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds fine.
Please do come back at some point. Mr. West can't drag you to every single one of your therapy sessions. I would like to see you willingly show up to at least one session.
If it would help you, Mango, we could schedule another one.
Yes, that's a thing we can do.
Sure.
All right.
Well,
I'll get back to you on that one then.
All right. So when are you scheduling yours?
Well, yeah, as I said, I'd like to have a word with you about that afterwards.
All right. Okay. Mango, do you want to see where I hid the kangaroo?
yeah.
All right. I'll be back in one.
Where's Llewellyn?
Llewellyn!
Llewellyn!
So, here's the kangaroo.
Oh my god.
I didn't know where to put
Hello.
him.
She's so pretty.
Look at the tiara. Look at the little tiara.
Wait.
Every time I see those walls broken, I just get irrational anger.
Oh yeah, this is where Myra bust through, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
I love your like crown,
Pose.
Mango.
Stop it. Let me stop.
Oh,
No!
ow! Where are you
No!
going?
Anyway, pose.
You're magic.
There you go. Post. I got some photos for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
You
wanted to...
I should probably be concerned with this yard. TBH.
Oh, it's probably fine.
Probably.
Yeah. It's probably fine.
Alright. Do you want to sit here for a moment, Mango? Mr. West, you said you wanted to talk to me?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Alright. I'll just leave the door open. Wherever you would like to sit.
I'll just go back in the spot.
Alright.
So, I was thinking that perhaps scheduling a therapy appointment for myself could be of some use. Just to test the waters, I suppose.
Yeah, well, as I said before, I do think you would definitely benefit from... I was going to say some therapy, but I think a lot of therapy is the actual answer. But if one session's all you think you can commit to at the
We'll
moment,
see how it
then
goes.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm exactly looking for a solution to things, but it's just that I've noticed a lot of things piling up, and perhaps talking about them with somebody under the confidentiality of therapy might do me some good.
Yeah, of course. Again, if at the start of the session you say, I don't want advice, I just want to talk about everything, that is fine, and I will just sit there and listen to whatever you would like to talk about.
Okay.
Alright?
Right, so.
I'm gonna extend this to you just because of something that happened in the past. If you don't want me to write a report at the end of the session, I am willing to extend that to you and you only.
Okay. I will likely have to take you up on that offer.
Alright.
Depending on how comfortable I end up feeling.
Now, my reports do end up so well hidden, I don't think Myra even knows where I put these things. So,
I
yeah.
I assume as such, but I would still prefer one not to be written on myself.
Hey, no, that's why I'm extending that to you because again, I am aware of some things that have happened,
Mhm.
and if it would make you feel more comfortable for me not to write anything, I will say that if I don't write anything, that does mean I don't have anything to refer back to. But if you're comfortable with that, I'm comfortable with that.
Mhm. I think I would be comfortable with that.
All right. Um, well, if you look at your schedule and tell me whenever you're free, I'll tell you if that works.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
All right. Now, I do really need to visit this archive because,
You do.
please, I really would like to see if there's anything on specifically Elliot. We've spoken about him
I would
before.
imagine there is. He's
Yeah,
the very old chap, so
very old
yeah.
chap. Yes. I don't know how you can live that long without some sort of hijinks because his lie about, oh, the sun healed me of old age, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's how that
No.
works.
No, if you want my opinions, I think that that whole cult fiasco is a bit of a sham, and he's just leading them like cows to the slaughter.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the slaughter. Well, okay, maybe I'm not waiting for the slaughter, but because I have had multiple attempts.
Metaphorical
But
slaughter. The
yeah,
death of individuality and free will and all of that.
um, yeah, so it's something I would like to research.
Yeah, of course. I can definitely see if I can, for when you do pop by, I can see if I have any books on just the judge in general and everything that
Yeah,
occurred back in the past for you.
that'd be incredibly helpful. Thank you. All right. Um,
Right.
I will end my stream. Thank you for coming by again.
Right, so thank you for all of this.
Hey, it's
And
again my job.
if further visits for Mango require payment, I'll make sure that I
Honestly, I
handle
think
all
if
that.
I charged Mango even food, I think Myra might kill me. And that's coming from someone who keeps flexing that Myra really needs me. So,
Okay, understood.
I'm not charging Mango. I don't think I'm even allowed to charge you. I don't know how this works. I've not even
I
been
would
charging
want to pay
people.
you for your bloody. It's your job. It's your job, Artie. You need to. You can't be working
Look,
off of minimum wage.
um, I need to remind you that the cult was a bartering system. I was never given money. I had a roof over
Oh
my
yeah,
head
yeah. Wait,
and
hang
food on my
on.
table. So,
I mean, now that you're an Aventine, you should at least have something to your name.
I do. Every time Myra does something that I don't like, she throws money at my face.
Oh, incredible! You're sorted then. That woman does a
Exactly.
lot that you won't like.
I know. Honestly, I think I get paid more in pity payments than I do in actual like
If
wages.
you knew all of that woman's dirty laundry, I think you would probably just explode.
Oh, Mr. West, I know so much of Myra's dirty laundry that I'm not allowed to know.
Yeah,
I was also in that
just thinking
basement that
back to the
day.
other day.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm not supposed to know half of that stuff, but we're gonna pretend I don't know.
We're gonna pretend that nothing was heard.
Yes, I heard nothing. Anyway,
Oh, blimey. Right.
save
I'll be
Mango
seeing
from the
you then.
kangaroo. Yes, I'll see you soon. Probably.
Right.
Alright.
See you.
Yeah. Alright.